Hello everybody. I am Avikshit back again. On Sunday, I had discussed the plan for gold, which will be buying side setup, right? And of course, it did not follow my plan, but this evening, it somewhat fell into my plan, and I took a good trade which went up to 105, 108 pips, but I had to close it at the trailing SL of 445 pips. So I will explain the trade, and before that, here's the proof. I had taken that with 0.01 lots, $4.51 booked. So 4.51 means 45 pips. Okay, so I will explain the trade right now. Now, before getting into the details, let me tell you what the trade, why it was planned bullish. Okay, so first we have seen a big sell off, right? Sell off. Look at the momentum or the angle of the sell off, right? It is straight, but this is weak. So weak trend is essentially defined by more candles, less movement. Here, every candle was so big, covering so much of distance, but this, as you can see, small candles, it takes more time to go, less distance. You understand? So this was a weak selling trend, while this was a strong sell trend, right? So I planned, because the selling was weak, I had planned a buy side setup for at least a pullback. Like, you know that every instrument moves in wave like structure, right? It moves like this. So similarly for selling side, it moves like this. So I was planning to capture this part, right? And I did capture a few. So I entered here, exited here, while my target was here, which missed by a few points at this point. So I will explain the entry, but before that, let me tell you why I planned a bullish trade, right? As I explained before, it was weak selling, and after a breakdown, right? If you see, this is a horizontal zone. This is a horizontal zone. It came, halted here, gathered all the buyers, removed their stop losses, invited fresh sellers, retested, invited second set of sellers, hit a lower low, invited third set of sellers, and proved that it was a fake out by coming back to the same zone. So I remember, invite or retest setup is when one zone has been tested two or more times, right? So breakdown, retest one, sellers had come lower low, sellers had come again, retest, sellers have come. How is it evident? There is rejections from the top. See, upside may have rejections, so that implies that sellers have come, but they are not able to push the price forward, which means that the sellers are weak at this point. So buying side can be planned above that level when the level breaks to capture the seller's stop losses at this point. So the sellers would enter here, here, or here, have their stop losses at these points. So it can go, hit those stop losses, and then fall if needed, if it has to continue the third leg of fall. So remember, market phases moves as three phases, right? So this fall is one first phase, right? And then pullback, then second phase, again a pullback, third phase, then pullback. And if it gives a further breakdown, this is a clear fake out, because more than three uh, trends, it is not possible. So the third phase can happen here, because there was a pullback that has happened, and now it is forming an M pattern and breaking down. But mind you, if this M pattern breaks, retests and halts here, we can look for an upside again, because obviously in a downtrend, um, forming an M pattern will give a clear-cut invitation to the buyers, and market is not a relative to invite you to get onto the boat before it leaves, right? So yeah, so the bullish side thing is clear. Now let us get into the details how and where I entered. If you see the in the 5 minute time frame, okay, my internet is a bit poor, so it is not loading. Let's see, yes, it is loaded. So um, as you can see, breakdown, retest, back, then again halt. So sellers are trying but they cannot push it forward. So here we have two zones, right? One is the bigger horizontal zone which I marked from the 4-hour level, and this is the smaller zone which I marked in this 5 minute time frame. So I ideally used this level for my reference, and I entered on the crossing of this smaller zone, right? Because I wanted to capture a bigger move. So I entered on this level when this high of the mini range was taken out, and my stop loss was here. Obviously, this move had shaken me. I was literally afraid and I was planning to get out of the trade. But I was pretty much sure that my setup, I had been very confident about my setup, and so I was planning to hold strong into this trade. Then immediately the next candle it recovered, so this gave me confidence that yes, this trade is going up. And then I placed my target here. Look at how much pips this has been missed by. My target was here, 10 pips. Then it had come back all the way to my entry, and I had exited at this fall. At this point precisely was my exit, because it was a horizontal level and I had to place my trailing stop loss below that horizontal level for me to exit, right? So for the proof, I will go to the close trades, show you the target price, which was 2616. 2616 was here, not even 10 pips. It had missed by a very minimal 0.34 is the high. Mine was near 8 or something. Okay, spread has missed by the spread. Okay, so if you can see, open time is 12:37. This is UTC time, not Indian time. Okay, 12:37 and closed at 1:36, which means I had held the trade for 1 hour, right? So 12:37, if we go this, right, this is the opening. My stop loss was here, like 49 pips. For I targeted a 2.2616, right? Yep. So 1:2 was my target, which had missed by a pinch, and I had to book at 1:1. So this was the trade of the day, and I hope you learned something. I hope you learned with me. And now let me tell you the future plan, right? Now that both sides selling has been proved wrong. See, this had come all the way till 0.7, so selling side is weak, and so is buying side as well, but buying side is not as weak as selling side. So if we can see a halt at this zone, right, a halt at this zone, then we can plan a bullish trade. Or if it gives a pullback and enters back into this zone, we can look for a selling trade, because this pullback move will shake out all the existing sellers who are entering at the neckline breakout. Understand? So yeah, that is the trade of the day. See you in the next video.